We use AI a lot.
You can't keep up anymore, and people are terrified of that.
A team of 7 can now do what maybe 2 years ago it would be like 15, 20 people doing the same stuff.
I would say my team is a great source of inspiration to actually learn about new technologies.
Hello, on est toujours à Barcelone cette semaine et on continue notre série autour du leadership. Et aujourd'hui, la question qu'on se pose, c'est comment on exploite au mieux les nouvelles technologies au profit de son rôle de leader. Comment on augmente finalement ses performances de leader grâce à la technologie. Là, je suis allé interroger à l'occasion du Mobile World Congress et du Talent Arena quelques leaders de renom, comment ils s'y prennent et quelles sont leurs astuces pour utiliser la technologie à bon escient.
Wow. Internally, for example, at Alan, we use AI a lot. For instance, in my part, from the sales department and everything, from having a call with new prospects, new customers, and really understand how the call went, really helped me be more productive with different updates, even asking AI to really how I will approach this or maybe that. That's something that is helping us being way more productive than we were 2 years ago, for example. And now I don't know how could I live my daily basis with this support, right?
So I use AI as like in my normal basis, like as everybody does, we all just use ChatGPT or like other models. But I actually learn a lot from my team because they're very, as I mentioned in the talk, very empowered. So everybody is testing tools. We have knowledge sharing, we all learn from each other and how we're using it, either to like build a demo, to creating an AI assistant, to learn how to code. And I will say from my most humble position that my team teaches me a lot more about AI than I am able to teach them because they're very young, they're very eager, they spend a lot of time upskilling themselves, and I am mostly very busy doing my business as usual. So I would say my team is a great source of inspiration to actually learn about new technologies.
You were keeping up when you were just a technical expert. Now that you're a leader and still kind of a technical expert, you can't keep up anymore. And people are terrified of that because their self-image is, I know everything about everything. And you just can't anymore. So my kind of snarky phrase is when somebody asks me, how do I keep up? I say, I'm too busy staying ahead. As long as I keep that habit, I'm not worried, Claude 37.95 came out and now it can make haikus or fine. That's fine. I can't keep up with everything. But it's fine. I don't have to. As long as I'm thinking about, all right, so this is a system. What happens next? Where are the leverage points now? How has that changed? Then I can still have influence even if I don't have the same kind of deep technical expertise that I used to.
So we work together with like co-work softwares. I think that helps. That's the first thing in my mind. But in general, I would say overall, when we are talking about leadership, we are not heavily relying on technology. Yeah, it's still heavily relying on the concept in the mind. Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Myself and our team, we try to use, for example, the modern AI tools, and the way we try to use them is we check ourselves a lot, and for example, like building a use case, so we always try to think ourselves, but then we can also ask several tools to see if we missed something, and I think working with information, even internal, like how do you make sense of the tasks or analytics you have, also changed dramatically. And basically, I think like our team of 7 can now do what maybe 2 years ago it would be like 15, 20 people doing the same stuff, just because of how fast we can access our own and external information and make it very readable and actionable. I think those kind of tools are the most that we use. Other like shadow planning, transport, all this stuff. I do drive an electrical vehicle, so that's also true.
Technology, from my perspective, is a means to an end. You always need to be looking at what is happening, so how things are evolving, the different horizons and so on. And you need to be open to change, not be too set in your ways, no, so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that represents. And then when a new technology comes around, like large language models and this type of thing, there's lots of really good things around that. There's lots of hype, and there's also some things that I feel we haven't seen the negative impact of it yet, but we will at some point. No, try to remove yourself from the equation in the sense that don't do CV-driven development, for instance. No, like it's I want to try this new technology, so I'm going to put it because that's basically not very professional of you. Like if you're building something that needs to last and needs to, you should pay attention to that. No, beyond what you want to learn or the novelty of the thing.
Bon alors vous avez vu, la technologie c'est évidemment un élément ultra important pour les leaders. Vous avez vu comment certains s'en servent pas. Comme souvent, une question de mettre le bon dosage. Ok, il faut automatiser, mais il ne faut pas oublier l'humain aussi. Et donc il faut savoir travailler en tant que leader sur des aspects comme l'empathie, créer la bonne connexion, le bon cadre avec ses équipes, etc. Et justement, c'est quoi être un bon leader? On va se poser justement cette question dans le prochain épisode de ma série à Barcelone, la semaine prochaine. Pensez à vous abonner pour ne pas le louper et à bientôt. Ciao!